Hey traders, it's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room. Let me get my screen up here right quick and we're good to go. I hope this finds you well. On Wednesday, the 10th, we did a webinar. We talked about the science behind market expansion, both in price bar structure and some market entry signals with order flow lead out that leads price. And we'll do a little recap. Thursday was a really good day for us. Friday was a monster day for us. Let's make this legal, okay? And now that's all I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a little teaching of some extra stuff. You know, we talk about one or two ideas. There's a lot here. And I'm going to just show you a couple of extra things. If you are someone that loves to find more and more hidden nuggets about how to take advantage of market expansion, all of our indicators and our broad approach to trading comes from World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell. Rob's a 30-plus year veteran and have worked on some of these indicators for decades. And still learning. We're still growing, still learning, which is really cool. Our price bars are superior to anything I have ever seen. I'll give you a couple of little hints on that in a few minutes as we go. But 8 ticks for reversal, 4 ticks for continuation. 8 ticks tends to set a local trend in the ES. Okay, what does that mean? Red, we get another one. Green, we get another one. Red, we get another one. Green, we get another one. And you'll start to see, well, that's pretty cool. Now, we don't trade that, and we hope you won't either. But this is why we do what we do, okay? Trap Trader Oscillator, the first indicator panel here, will give us lots and lots of information about future price movement. It's the best forecaster of future price movement I have ever seen. And that's why we are having the success we're having. So if you have questions, shoot me an email, StockIndexTradingRoom@gmail.com. If you want to come and join us and take advantage, learn this and take advantage, come to our website. There's a 7 or 8 minute video. It gives you some good information and a nice discount if you want to come and join us. This is from Friday the 12th, the science behind market expansion, both with congestion box and market entry signals. So here, this vertical blue line is a market open. I am in Wyoming visiting family for a couple of months. So the spoils of being a successful trader, it's if you're not there, come join us, please. It's amazing life. But anyway, market opens and we immediately get into a congestion. Now, I talked about this. If you didn't see the webinar and want to, go to our YouTube channel, and we'd like for you to subscribe, and that way you get notices when we post new stuff. But anyway, here we have our congestion box, encompass market pattern, do not trade. I have had hundreds of people come and go and say they spend all of their time trading right in here in markets that don't go anywhere. And we teach just the opposite. Let it break. It actually broke and came back. And this is a Friday morning thing. And again, if you've been in a room, you know this is exactly the market action that happens on Friday around the open. And so we come in, we break up, we come back, we break up again. Okay, so we're interested in anything that's proven above our congestion box. Okay, pivot retag with a trader trap rocket, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, is my favorite. That's my favorite. Well, that and a Batman, strong Batman on a rocket. We went over that, but we went over this signal in our webinar. Okay, so we get the market going up. No, we're going down. No, we're going up. And this big red delta bar is telling us there is excessive selling in these two bars against order flow. Order flow is still up, okay? So you don't want to be trading against order flow. And so you can see it comes down and it bounces, and all of these, you know, you can see there's a rocket, there's a rocket, there's a rocket, there's a rocket, there's a rocket. All of these are bouncing the market up. Okay, so we have a pivot retag, pivot test, testing a breakout with a trader trap rocket, and it's above congestion. This is the best signal I will ever be able to share with you. This entire setup. And what's happening is the sellers are selling, the buyers are buying, and they continue to do that. But as it breaks here, guess what the smart sellers do? They stop or join the other side. Guess what the smart buyers, the innovators that have built a position in here, add to it, let it come, add to it. And they're going to continue to do that. And, you know, most of their profit comes way above this. And this is where we specialize. We want it to break and come down. Smaller accounts tend to do better with that type of stuff. Okay, so trader trap rocket, TTR, and all that is you see this big red delta pressure bar. This is just a ratio of buying and selling, and there's way too much selling here against order flow. So order flow, you can see, doesn't come down until here. Okay, this TTO is just saying up, 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 up. Okay, in order flow, we finally have a lead out through the midpoint line here, right up in here. So anything in this area talking about up, super high win rate. Position popsicle, okay? These price bars. You see this big long wick here and here. This is just a lot of selling that gets trapped on the wrong side. You can see that down here. A lot of selling that gets trapped on the wrong side. When this happens above structure here, boom. You know, this is new local money trying to turn us into a triple top. And when they're wrong, well, let's try it now. Let's get out of the way. So those, I can show you those, man, those are all over the chart, okay? If you want to trade that look, that's a great, great look. Again, these are just rockets. These are up, 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 up. Strong Batman with a lead out. All kinds of winning signals in here. The market comes down and we turn red. We really don't. We've got a rocket there. Okay, that would be and I would say 1 or 2 points max for this. We don't trade that. I just show it to you. It's a weapon if you want to use it, and sometimes we'll use it to qualify trades. Okay, so, but we turn green again, and you've watched us long enough to know that when it's green, we like the long side because of the algo that we've written. But here we've got a ABCD up with a lead out. This is Batman on our trader trap rocket. And now order flow breakout is saying, hey, we're going up. Order flow is saying we're going up, and up we go. And it's that simple. Y'all can make this a lot harder than that if you'd like, but it's just that simple. So we finally turn red and we start getting signals. That's early, and we can't help that. We talk about a 15 tick stop. That's exactly 15 ticks. There are traders that use larger stops, and of course they make a whole lot more money. Here's a Batman. Here's a Batman on a rocket right there. We have reverse Batman. We have where we break through red and green. Again, I don't want to try to teach this here. You know, here's a pivot retag with a rocket. Too much buying against order flow. So we got all this buying in here, and order flow's going down. And we have that many times a day that we get to use for our advantage. Okay. So here I'm going to share something here that's really, really impactful. And this is all you need to know about our tools and what we do. You can see we're on a red background, and so we're looking for continued down movement. Okay. And we're looking at trap trader oscillator, and it's bouncing up, bouncing up, bouncing up. Well, some people, you know, want to trade for a point or two counter trend. We got no problem with that. You want to trade the small side. If you want to trade the short versus long, short versus long, short versus long. We think that's a lot harder. A lot of people do that. But here you can look and see, and our new members will come into the room and we'll point this out. And then we'll point out the results and they go, that's impossible. I'm not going to argue with that. But basically we have a trader trap rocket, and all of this buying in here is getting smashed with one order flow lead. It's on a red background. And so you can see the results from that, right? Really cool. Really cool read in here. That order flow is going down and we're still trading with structure reference. So we're anticipating being on the long and not the short. The long and not the short. Here's, oh, I didn't mark that. You can see this trader trap rocket here. You can see all of this buying against order flow. We have this pivot and we retag into that. So again, my favorite signal. And then we have, we call this a non-cycling Batman. This was our original 5-star signal. We tested it. We've traded this for 6 years, over 6 years. And it's 89% for 5 points. So you can imagine how the people that have been trading that signal for 6 years are doing. So, you know, we talk rockets and let's talk about the Santa Claus, the reverse Batman for Santa Claus. And basically all that is we look at a tightly congested trap trader oscillator reading order flow. So we have a tightly congested order flow congestion in here. And we break through red and green with the same bar. Okay. Now, the price bar doesn't break through anything, right? But the order flow read breaks through everything. And so since order flow leads price, we would not anticipate price moving, right? Until order flow is confirmed, and away it goes. Over here, we can't break through, can't break through, can't break through. We finally break through. Order flow breakout leading price. Okay, and that's it. That's Rob's worked 30 years on this stuff, and this is what we have. So a little bit more detail than normal, but we're going to start to expand our awareness and start to include some things like, okay, do you want to take a straddle? That's a great signal. Okay, and then you get here, you move your stop up here, really safe, or add to it, depending, just whatever you have. You know, but we've got all kinds of congestion breakout, breaking out, order flow breaking out, and then continuation signals to trade, you know, effectively the entire move. So Friday, this was Friday, July the 12th, on behalf of World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell and the ever-growing number of successful winning funded traders in the stock index trading room. I'm Steve, wishing you the very best in your trading.